This is the cold water. We just had a water softener installed a week ago, and within a week our hot water went down to almost nothing, our hot water pressure. This is our hot water pressure. It doesn't look any different than cold right now. But we notice a big difference when we're in the shower, especially. Well, even right now, it should come out a lot faster than this. I thought it was less than coincidental that within 1 week of having a water softener installed, that there would be a problem. And I remember that after we had the water softener installed, a lot of rust went through all of the faucets. So each faucet and shower has low pressure. So I did a little YouTube searching and I found that you might have to rinse out the water heater. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to turn this off. We'll go downstairs and show you what comes out of the water softener. Out of the water heater, excuse me. I'm rinsing out the water heater. It's only about 7 years old. Let's take a look at what comes out of there. Before taking a look at the water heater, I came up to show the water pressure upstairs with hot water. This is hot, and that's cold. A little bit more pressure. Back down to hot. Let's see what happens after we rinse out the water heater. Okay, we're downstairs about to take a look at the water heater. My connection for the hose on the water heater is leaking, so I had to put a rag over it or a towel over it. I found out online that you're supposed to turn down the heat when you're doing this. So I've got the heat down. And we take a look at my unit and we can see that it really doesn't look all that old. I don't see what year it is anywhere. And here's my hose filling up the pocket hose. I'm not sure if it's visible right now, but this is some pretty nasty water. I did not intentionally grab a black bucket. It's the only thing that I had handy. Okay, I'm going to take this water upstairs, dump it in the toilet so we can see how nasty it is. Water pressure has been restored. It turns out when the water softening company was here to make the installation, the installer came back here and turned a dial, a water gate, turned it to off, but that water gate was not a good valve. So when he turned the dial one way, it did move somewhat, but also the gate or the valve, it worked its way free. So 5 days after they installed the water softener, the gate worked its way back into the flow of the water, severely restricting the water to the point where we had hot water that was flowing out as fast as a water flowering can, to flower waters. but it was also inhibited more. It was terrible. Anyway, the guy came by today and tracked it down to here within minutes, cut it off, and installed that new piece of hardware that you see there. So the water problem has been resolved. It was an issue with the water softener when it was installed, only because they had to touch a valve that was 20 some years old. The valve broke, but it remained open for about a week, and then it just worked its way into a closing position, obstructing the water flow, restricting our hot water, which affected every outlet in the house at one time. So it did seem to point to the water softener installation. Anyway, back up and running now. We can take a shower tomorrow with full hot water pressure.